Which brings us to level 3, landing remote jobs. This is where we talk stable remote work. Let's see how this builds our earning potential. Right now, the biggest slice of the entry-level remote pie, sitting at 35%, is AI data and notation. Think about it. As models like ChatGPT grow, they desperately need actual humans to review and correct their outputs. It is effectively the data entry job of 2026. Then you've got customer success, which is basically solving puzzles via chat, junior marketing ops, where you manage tools like WordPress, and niche virtual assistants specializing in cool areas like podcast management. The demand here is just immediate and massive. So where do you actually find these jobs? Please, for your own sanity, stop scrolling through those endless, noisy LinkedIn feeds where one single job gets 500 applicants in an hour. It's brutal. Instead, the research points us to specialized remote platforms. We work remotely is pretty much the gold standard. Well-Found is incredible because startups on there are eagerly hiring for potential over raw experience. If you want to take the direct route, use Apollo.io to find CEOs of small agencies and pitch them your services directly. And for those AI roles we just talked about, head straight over to dataannotation.tech. But, of course, there's a catch. When you apply for these roles, you aren't just trying to impress a human anymore. You're trying to impress a machine. So, how on earth do you beat the AI applicant tracking system bots that stubbornly filter out like 80% of resumes before a human ever even lays eyes on them? Well, the answer is an AI-first application strategy. You literally need to ethically keyword stuff your resume to match the job description perfectly. Here's the exact tactic. Take the job description, paste it right into ChatGPT, and ask the AI to align your newly recognized transferable skills with the exact keywords the employer used. If they're asking for Asana workflows and CRM management, those exact words absolutely must be on your resume. Match the machine's language, and you're going to get through to the human recruiter. Finally, we've arrived at level 4, high-income skills. Welcome to the boss level. The data reveals some absolutely incredible figures here. $110,000, that is the median annual salary for data science roles right now. Companies out there are literally drowning in data, and they're paying absolute premiums for people who can clean it, analyze it, and extract real insights from it. It's huge. But wait, it gets even higher. $156,000. That is the median annual pay for top-tier digital marketing and SEO managers. You know, when you know how to drive organic traffic and convert clicks into actual revenue, you become an indispensable asset to any business. Acquiring specialized high-income knowledge has immense financial value. It's a real game changer. So what should you be learning? The highest impact skills right now are data science and machine learning, blockchain development, artificial intelligence, and advanced digital marketing and SEO. But you know what the most incredible secret of 2026 is? You don't need crippling student debt to learn any of this. Platforms like UniAthena offer free online short courses that cover the fundamentals of these exact topics. Absolutely anyone, anywhere, has the power to level up their career and learn these highly coveted skills right from the comfort of their home, entirely for free. So we've mapped out a direct path from zero experience all the way up to high-income tech skills, all based on today's data. So my question to you is, which level of the 2026 digital economy are you going to conquer first? I highly encourage you to pick just one path we discussed today, take that very first actionable step, whether that's signing up for a user testing site, writing your first spec article, or enrolling in a free data science course, and completely transform your earning potential. Thanks for diving into this explainer with me, and I'll catch you next time.
Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. I'm so stoked you're here because today we're basically going through a complete masterclass on launching a side hustle, entirely from scratch. You don't need a trust fund, you don't need some massive ad budget, just pure hustle and a solid strategy. If you've ever wanted to turn your skills into a reliable income stream but kind of felt paralyzed because your wallet's looking a bit empty, well, you're in the exact right place. All right, let's tackle the big question right off the bat. How do you start with no money and no experience? It's that classic beginner's catch-22, right? You want to earn cash, so you need clients. But clients, they want experience. And to get experience, well, you need clients. It's super frustrating. To make it worse, some platforms literally charge you just a bit on jobs, so you're stuck. You want to hustle, but you lock the upfront capital. It's literally like trying to get a bank loan by proving you don't need the money. But hey, don't sweat it. We're going to break that cycle today. Here's our roadmap. Number 1, starting with zero. Then, top microjob sites. After that, zero budget marketing. And finally, networking and growth. Let's kick things off with Section 1, starting with zero, overcoming the catch-22. Listen to this quote from Adam Palmer, also known as the Freelance King. The most expensive freelancer is someone that's going to ruin the project. That just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly explains why clients are so terrified of hiring beginners. They'll actually pay top dollar for a veteran because an inexperienced freelancer who messes up, that's a nightmare. The client loses time, has to re-explain everything. It's a huge headache. So this completely validates why you've got to focus on building your skills before you ever start expecting those premium rates.
So how do we fix this? Adam's strategy gives us a game plan to break the catch-22. Step 1, hire yourself. Seriously, think about what you're passionate about. What hidden skills do you already have? You can literally create your own experience by working on personal passion projects. Build a portfolio out of thin air. Do the work for yourself first. Like design a logo for a fake coffee shop, or write sample blog posts for a hobby you're obsessed with. Then, step 2, relentlessly upskill. Step 3, optimize your profile. Make it look incredible. Because on those super competitive platforms, a stellar profile is what actually hooks clients and gets you organic attention without you dropping a single dime on expensive proposals.
Moving right along to Section 2, Top Micro-Job Sites, Where to Find Initial Work.
Okay, so you've hired yourself, you've built up some solid skills, and your profile is looking incredibly sharp. Now it's time to pick a path. Based on a deep dive into 8 major platforms by FreeCash, we can actually split the whole gig landscape into 2 completely different directions: accessible microtasks versus professional skilled platforms. Your choice here depends entirely on your current experience level.
Let's check out that first tier, the accessible microtask platforms. If you have literally zero experience right now, this is your quickest way in. Notice the vetting process? It's basically non-existent. On Clickworker, you can do easy stuff like AI training or voice recording. Amazon MTurk, quick surveys, basic data entry. These platforms are amazing because they let you earn on your own terms, from anywhere in the world, without stressing over strict quotas or crazy deadlines.
Actually, just to prove how insanely accessible this first tier is, think about this. $5. The platform FreeCash literally pays you a $5 bonus just for taking 5 minutes to sign up. No joke. It's this super playful platform where you get paid to play video games and take surveys. It just goes to show there are absolutely zero barriers to entry if you just want to get the ball rolling and make a few bucks from home today.
Now, as you upskill, you're going to want to graduate to these professional and skilled platforms. You've probably heard of Fiverr. It's huge for a massive variety of skills. Just keep an eye out for that steep 20% transaction fee they take. Then there's Upwork, which steps things up by actually verifying skills for higher quality, longer-term gigs. You've also got Hubstaff Talent, which is awesome because they clearly display pay rates right up front, and Freelancer, which is a giant in the tech and design space, though can occasionally feel a little overwhelming. And at the absolute top, TopTal. They literally only accept the top 3% of freelance talent. It's incredibly tough to get into, but man, it connects you with heavyweights like HP and Shopify. Think of these platforms like a ladder. You just keep climbing as you get better.
All right, let's jump into Section 3. Zero budget marketing. Scaling your hustle. So you've got the skills, you're set up on a platform, but how on earth do you get clients to actually find you if you can't buy ads? Traditional advertising is frankly painfully expensive. When your pockets are totally empty, you're facing the classic bootstrapping entrepreneur's dilemma. You can't just throw cash at the problem. You've got to get scrappy. You have to get creative with zero budget strategies, meaning you invest your time instead of your money.
A great guide from Progressive Business Solutions lays out some essential zero-budget tactics that are absolute game changers. This is basically your free toolkit. First up, article marketing. It's kind of a hidden secret, but writing articles can organically build your website's SEO through highly valuable backlinks. Then you've got your social media business pages. You absolutely must post daily. For email campaigns, services like MailChimp are incredible. They let you manage up to 2,000 subscribers entirely for free. And don't forget about free website hosting services to quickly and cheaply set up your digital storefront. Let's zero in on social media for a second. Leveraging major platforms to build an audience is crucial. Setting up a Facebook page or posting short, punchy articles on LinkedIn are brilliant ways to connect directly with your target market. LinkedIn, especially, is an absolute goldmine if you're offering a service to other professionals. But the secret sauce here? Consistency. You got to invite your network to like your page and make sure you're posting genuinely interesting stuff every single day.
Another amazing tool to establish authority is blogging. Starting your own blog on a free platform like WordPress, or maybe even being a guest blogger for a complimentary business, is this fantastic, almost covert way to promote yourself. You're not just aggressively selling, you're actually providing genuine value. And by doing that, you establish yourself as an absolute authority to the exact people you want to hire you.
Which brings us to Section 4, Networking and Growth, Securing Clients. It's so easy to forget this when everything is online, but our source material really hammers home that face-to-face networking is still incredibly powerful. Real-world relationship building works insanely fast. And here's a massive pro tip. If you meet someone at a local event who could be an amazing client, offer to barter or trade services with them. Honestly, it's the absolute fastest way to get your foot in the door and let your excellent work speak for itself. Once you land those clients, it's time to build a referral engine. Don't just sit around waiting for word of mouth to magically happen. Step 1. Actively target your inner circle first, your friends and family, because they're already your biggest fans. Step 2. Directly ask your top, happiest clients for referrals. And hey, offer them a sweet incentive for doing it. Step 3. Gather up those glowing testimonials and post them everywhere. Your social media, your website, your freelance profiles. Let your future clients see exactly how much your current clients love your work.
I absolutely love this piece of advice. In all of your marketing efforts, remember to stay true to yourself and only promote what you believe in. That is the perfect mindset to wrap up your strategy. Ditch the hard sell. If your goal is just to inform, enlighten, and maybe entertain your audience, your core values are going to shine through naturally. By just being your authentic self, clients will instinctively be drawn to your business because it feels real, not forced.
So here we are at the end, and I want to leave you with a question to chew on. We've talked about how to build skills from scratch, we've looked at micro-job sites that basically pay you to show up, and we've laid out growth strategies that don't cost a dime. With zero budget required and all these amazing tools sitting right in front of you, what is actually stopping you from starting your freelance journey today? You have the blueprint. Now you just need to start building. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. I hope you found it as exciting as I did, and I'll catch you in the next one.
All right, let's dive straight into this explainer and completely demystify the online money-making ecosystem for 2026. Look, the digital landscape, it's shifting incredibly fast. What used to be considered just a nice little perk a few years ago is literally the foundation of the global economy now. So today, we're breaking down exactly how you can climb the remote income ladder, starting right now from absolute zero. Let's get into it. Now, you might be thinking, don't I need a stacked resume to make money online? Well, if you feel trapped by that experience paradox, I'm here to tell you that having no formal experience absolutely does not mean you have no skills, right? The number one reason talented people just give up before they even start is this totally false belief that you need a traditional corporate track record to get hired online. But recruiters in 2026, they aren't obsessed with your university degree anymore. They're obsessed with your ability to use tools and actually deliver results. So here is our roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll tackle the no experience myth. Then, we'll look at quick wins in microtasks, moving on to freelancing and content creation. After that, we're hacking the job hunt, exploring high-income upskilling, and finally covering how to stay safe and legal online. All right, part 1, the no experience myth. It is time to stop calling yourself a fresher. Think about how your everyday tasks translate directly into highly marketable skills. These are the exact skills modern companies are actually hiring for right now. I mean, if you've organized files or scheduled meetings in some old office job, guess what? You already have virtual assistance experience. Did you manage a WhatsApp group for your college fest or maybe a local club? Boom, that is community management. You've got to shift your mindset away from traditional job titles and focus on those transferable skills. You aren't a fresher, you know? You are a junior operations specialist. Moving right into part 2, quick wins and microtasks. Let's talk about earning that very first digital dollar. So the really cool thing here is that platforms like FreeCash and user testing offer this sort of progressive entry into remote work. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. You can literally sign up on FreeCash today, play some games, take a few surveys, and grab a $5 sign-up bonus just to get the ball rolling. Or hey, if you're comfortable speaking your thoughts out loud, user testing lets you review websites for top-tier brands. Now, microjob sites like ClickWorker and Amazon Mechanical Turk, they aren't going to make you a millionaire, let's be real, but they completely bypass the interview process and get you earning immediately. That is huge. And you might actually be surprised by this, but doing entry-level AI data annotation, which is basically just checking and correcting AI-generated text, can land you a solid $15 to $25 an hour right off the bat. It's wild. AI models like ChatGPT and Gemini are incredibly hungry for human feedback to fix their mistakes. Because of that, platforms like Outlier and Data Annotation are hiring aggressively. You pass the basic skills test and you just start working. It is essentially the new data entry for 2026. Okay, part 3, freelancing and content creation. This is all about building your digital proof. This is where you completely shatter that experience paradox. It's called the Spec Portfolio Protocol, and it proves your capabilities to clients before they even hire you. Here is the secret. You do not need a client to build a portfolio. Just pick a company you'd love to work for, simulate a real assignment, like a blog post or a cool graphic, and produce it. And please, whatever you do, never just send a boring Word document. Publish it. Put it on an open platform like Medium, LinkedIn Pulse, or your own WordPress site. Having that live URL psychologically validates you as a published professional. Now, think about how you actually get these clients. While marketplaces like Upwork act as an awesome sandbox to get your feet wet, direct cold pitching is ultimately your highest value route. Upwork and Fiverr, fantastic for grabbing your first few testimonials, but the competition there is fierce. If you really want to scale up that income, you have to own the client relationship. That means researching decision makers and reaching out to them directly. Which brings us to part 4, hacking the job hunt. It's time to bypass those AI bots. This exact cold pitch template is your golden ticket to bypassing crowded platforms entirely. It speaks directly to a decision maker's pain points. Let's face it, absolutely no CEO wants to do boring admin work, right? So instead of fighting with 500 other applicants hitting that easy apply button on LinkedIn, you find the founder of a small agency on a platform like Apollo.io, and you send them this exact message. It's direct, it immediately solves a problem, and it shows immense initiative. To win in 2026, you've got to adopt an AI-first strategy. Let tools like ChatGPT optimize your resume while you focus on showing off your skills with a live portfolio. Here's a pro tip. If a job description mentions CRM management and Asana workflows, those exact words absolutely must be in your resume summary. Let AI rewrite your bullet points so they match the job description perfectly. Oh, and keep in mind, platforms like WellFound, which used to be AngelList, are absolute goldmines. Startups there are hiring for potential and skills, not just to see who has 20 years of corporate history. All right, part 5, high-income upskilling. Let's look at the critical 2026 skills you need to master. Just look at the massive earning potential of specialized skills like AI and blockchain. We are talking 6 figures. And the best part? You can start learning these online for free today. Companies are practically begging for people who understand data science, digital marketing, and AI integration. Check out platforms like UniAthena. They offer free-to-learn short courses where you can master the basics of ChatGPT prompt engineering or data analytics in literally just a few weeks. I really want to reiterate this crucial mantra. In the modern gig economy, your tangible digital assets hold way more weight than traditional academic credentials. Nobody is checking your GPA. Whether you're learning blockchain or just basic SEO content writing, document your learning. Build that live Notion page. Write those spec articles. Your tangible proof of execution is your ultimate ticket to getting hired. Finally, part 6, staying safe and legal. These are the guardrails for your new online business. You absolutely must know the difference between a real opportunity and the all-too-common Telegram trap that preys on beginners. Listen closely. If a recruiter asks you to switch your communication to Telegram or offers to send you a check to buy a laptop, block them immediately. Do not engage. Real entry-level remote jobs pay between $10 and $25 an hour, and they use secure payment platforms like Wise or Payoneer. If it sounds too good to be true, like say $50 an hour just for simple copy-pasting, it is a scam. Period. Furthermore, if you're running a blog or an affiliate site, setting up your legal documents is not optional. It's actually required by law to keep you safe. Whenever you collect personal data, use Google Analytics, or even just run a freelance portfolio site with a simple contact form, privacy regulations like GDPR and CCPA come into play. You need a privacy policy, a proper cookie consent banner, and super clear terms and conditions to protect your client relationships from scope creep. Luckily, tools like iUbenda can automate the whole shebang for you, but you definitely cannot skip this step. So, you now have the exact roadmap to make money online with absolutely zero experience. But here's the real question you have to ask yourself. In a 2026 economy where AI can do all the heavy lifting, are you going to let a lack of traditional experience hold you back? Or are you ready to build a portfolio that makes you completely undeniable? The latter is right in front of you. How high will you climb?